If you don't know who I am, my name is Lana, and 2 weeks ago I had a hysterectomy to cure my absolutely awful, life disrupting periods. And so far, so good. I mean, I know that's like a complete cliff notes, but this was a major surgery and it was a major life decision, and I'm very glad that you are here joining me so I can share my updates. And if you are trying to do research yourself on whether or not you should do this and what it's like to recover, I am here to share my story because, well, my husband's living it, but I don't get to really talk about it because I'm living it. So anyways, thank you for being here. The recovery process has been both exactly what the doctor told me, but like emotionally speaking, it's one thing to anticipate something and it's another thing to actually live it. I guess the first thing that I would say over these last 2 weeks has been, I didn't realize how much I would need my immediate support system. They have come over to my house. I have had dinner made for me. My husband has gotten up to get me glasses of water when it just would have taken me significantly longer to do so. And I'm a pretty independent person. I don't really like asking for help. But at the same time, I asked ahead of time. Me and my friends and family knew that this was going to happen and that I would need help during the recovery process. So I'm not able to lift anything any heavier than 15 pounds. And for the moms out there that have C-sections and then have to take care of the baby, kudos to you. I admire you. I don't know how you do it because I would be trying to lift the baby up all the time. I know that I can't lift anything heavier than my cats. And even that, like the first couple of days after I came home from the hospital, I tried lifting my 11-pound Mr. Owl, and that wasn't a great idea. It didn't do anything wrong. Like, it didn't impact my incision in any way. It didn't make me feel uncomfortable lifting him up. But when you start lifting heavier things up early on in the recovery process, I was a lot more tired than I had anticipated. Other things, so they removed the uterus, the fallopian tubes, and the cervix via a C-section. So as opposed to going through the vagina laparoscopically, did I say that word right? And they did that because they didn't know what they were going to get into when they opened me up. Before the surgery, it was highly likely that I had endometriosis based off of the symptoms that I've had over the last 15 years. And then it just was safer to do it via C-section. And then they opened me up and discovered I don't have endometriosis. So we have no idea why I was having such tremendously awful periods. But that's okay, because now I don't have to worry about it. I'm much happier now that I don't have to worry about Aunt Flo coming to visit. The incision's healing really well. Instead of stapling, they actually did sutures and they're dissolvable. One thing that I didn't like, there's a lot of things, and my doctor was very thorough going through, like, this is a side effect, this is a side effect. Do you understand? Do you have any questions? Like, sitting down with me. And then also, like, in between, before I had the surgery, if I had any additional questions, I would message my doctor and get email correspondence back. So it wasn't like I went into this not knowing what the side effects were going to be. But one that I didn't anticipate was, okay, so I'm a little on the heavier side. I'm definitely clinically obese, but I'm not, I don't know. I like my figure. I have a pretty good hourglass figure. I do have a fuller belly than I would have liked before surgery. But after surgery, what I noticed is that my belly was a lot droopier than it was before. And that makes complete sense that it would be that way, especially since I do carry a significant amount of weight there. But I guess it makes me feel heavier and more out of shape than I was before the surgery. And granted, they cut through my abdomen. You and I can logic all day long. Like, Lana, you know that that's what they do. Yes, obviously I know that's what they do. I know that I'm going to have to rebuild my core muscles after they fully heal. And I'm very much looking forward to getting into shape. You know, it's been a really good 2 weeks, and I have wanted to get back and be more physically active sooner than the doctors would like. But I also do pride myself in not just being a model patient, but here's the thing. I know that if I take care of myself now, that if I don't lift up anything heavier than my cat, that if I take the actual time to sleep, to recover, to eat healthy and not overexert myself during this time, that means I'm not going to have any post-op complications. That means that when I get the 6-week clear from my doctor, that I will be clear and good to go, and I'm going to be able to put this chapter of my life behind me and just live a normal, healthy life. And especially getting the surgery, I feel I have more ownership over my body. I feel like I'm not at the mercy of things that I can't control. I mean, like, there would be times like I would do everything right with my period. I would, take CBD. And before I discovered CBD, I would be taking painkillers, and I would go take a nice hot shower. And I'm, lucky enough that I have a jacuzzi and I could go sit in the jacuzzi. I really didn't feel like I had ownership over my own body. And that has also impacted my desire to lose. It's been one of many reasons that I've had issues losing weight. It's not just physical, it's mental. And I feel mentally and physically ready once I am recovered to take more ownership over my body. And I don't care about the number on the scale, but I do want to be physically fit. I want to be able to continue to live a normal life. I want people to invite me to go kayaking and hiking and do physically involved activities because I can. And I don't want to be excluded just because they think I'm overweight or I'm not fit. Like, I want to go and do things. And I'll be able to once I'm fully recovered. So I'm going to continue to be a model patient for the next 4 weeks. I am only going to be doing walking as my doctor had recommended. Just keep having at it. Just ask for help when I need it. Make sure I don't lift anything any heavier than 15 pounds. Rest when I need it. Take care of the incision, which it is pretty much healed all the way. But since my belly is a little bit droopier at night, I've had to put a pillow underneath my back so that way I can make sure to aerate out the incision, or at least I feel like I need to do that. It's been an awesome 2 weeks, and I am very much looking forward to living a normal, healthy, happy life after this. I'm going to do another post-op hysterectomy update after my 6-week, and then I think that's going to be the end of these series. I know that I wish that I had these videos before I went in to having my hysterectomy and why I did this. Oh, also, one last thing. After I got home from surgery, my doctor did provide me with 2 weeks of Norcos and to take Norco and ibuprofen on and off. I understand why people like Norco, but that was not something, I appreciated it, and my doctor did prescribe it to me. 8 days after I had the surgery, I was completely off the Norco. So 6 days after, I was only taking Norco at night. And that way it helped me sleep. But that shit causes constipation. And I have had surgical constipation in the past when I had my sinus surgery, and I did not want to deal with constipation again. So I only took Norco at night, and then 8 days after surgery, I was like, I'm just going to take exclusively CBD. I don't want to deal with the side effects of Norco. I don't want to deal with the side effects of taking as much ibuprofen as I was. And it was only 600 milligrams every 8 hours. And I put reminders on my phone, but I have zero side effects when I take CBD, and it's non-addictive. And I felt safer and more comfortable taking CBD than having opioids and over-the-counter medications that obviously have side effects. All in all, I'm healing really, really well. I'm not in any pain. But now I'm back to just taking my normal dose of CBD as a general wellness as needed. And typically I take anywhere from 8 to 10 milligrams. So for my CBD bottle, it's about a half a dropper. And my Helpful Hemp bottles actually have like a 2.5, a 0.5. And so I'm good to go. Ooh, also, if you have any questions that you would like me to answer between now and 4 weeks from now when I do my next video, I mean, I know that it's kind of time sensitive, but if you have any questions that you would like me to answer about having hysterectomy or anything related to this, like, I am happy to answer them in my 6-week post-op update video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.